Yeah, I think about home, I think about family, I think about warmth. A sanctuary is probably the biggest thing for me. Growing up, life was a bit different. It was pretty tough. The neighbourhood I grew up in was a pretty low socioeconomic area and not the best of things going on the streets and on the outskirts, but for us we made the most of what we could with what we had around us and made it home. My street was a mini community, a suburb for me to play sport in the front yard. We used to use our gutter as a basketball ring. But yeah, football was always a big thing too, and my neighbours went on to be future AFL players as well. Used to annoy a lot of the neighbours across the road and a lot of the passing cars because we'd sit at the front and put our rubbish bins on the road and set up footy goals and have a kick around with our extended families, but also us aspiring footballers as well. My goal when I was a child, with the two boys who ended up playing football as well at AFL level, was to buy our mums a house. So that was the first house I bought, and all three of us actually eventually did it. So it wasn't the house as such, but it was more what it signified and just showing that all the hard work and all the things, all the struggles I went through paid off. So wasn't the most glamorous house, wasn't the best house, but it was something that was ours and something that we owned. My first few years playing at the club, I looked for something that was a bit more away from the city. I used to live backing onto a national park, so for me that open space and having that freedom to escape the hustle and bustle of the city was big for me, but it's more about the community feel of it, bringing people together, and if it's got a good entertaining area where people can come over and share meals with my family, like I did when I was a child, yeah, that's probably important to me as well. I've always said my dream home is a farm, but also my dream home is on the coast. So if I can get a farm on the coast, I think I've done really well in life, but I haven't seen any real big farm blocks or properties on the coast unless it's a long way out of town. So I'm either kidding myself or it's a good goal to have. I think we're pretty privileged to be based here. We're in a state-of-the-art facility. Like, I've been around for the years when we're at Subiaco, when things were starting to become run down, and to come here, I always remind the young boys about how fortunate we are to be in a place like this. And I think this place also becomes your second home because you spend a lot of time here. I guess Australia's always been home for me. Fiji's always a good grounding experience, get in touch with some of my cultural roots, and coming back to Australia just teaches me how grateful I am and of what I have, and it's somewhere where I'll always be grateful to have grown up the majority of my life.